Welcome to the Spilled Ink and Coffee Show, where we take book discussions to a new level. We don't just read books, we interview them, journal about them, sip coffee, spill thoughts, and explore stories on and off the page. Grab a cup and get cozy, because every book deserves a great conversation.
Buckle up, book besties. This episode is a wild ride through crime, trauma, poetry, cheese. Yes, I said cheese, and one unforgettable line. Yikes, a scary booger.
Yay, hey friends.
Hey friends.
We're back at Chez David. We just had the most amazing breakfast.
And a cronut.
Had no idea what that was.
Oh, it was so good.
And sure, we were chit-chatting about books before we even get to our books. Like, Rachel just DNF'd her first one.
I did.
I'm sure we'll hear about it in her wrap-up.
You will.
Which is awesome. And then we were talking about journals.
colored
I'll show you my new page.
Yeah, I want to see the new page.
Got all kinds of flies in here. Not flies, and I just have like fuzzes in my book because I have a lot of furry things. So this is I'm doing a new page about cover of the year.
I love it.
So now it was interesting to figure out how to do my size. I can't do size and proportions. I'm just not a tiny person. Who cares? It's going to work out. But I already knew my favorite covers for January and February. And now they want me to pick in this bracket my favoriteest. And that's hard. Because they're both awesome for different reasons. So good thing I have the rest of the month to think about it.
You have the rest of the month to think about it, for sure. But I love the idea of the covers.
Like, I love your book bracket so much. And yours is for book of the year.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to do cover of the year. So you could do the book, I'll pick the cover, and then blah, blah, blah. There it is. So the template I found on the Pinterest. I can't take credit for having made the template other than putting
Cover of the year
on
yeah.
it. So thank you, Pinterest, and that lady who I don't know where she got it from, but I thought it was a one-page bracket. And that's what I wanted. So, in case I needed this for something else, I don't know. But that's where it's at.
I love that.
Thanks. So now we did that one, and now we get to trade books. Oh my stars, guys! We're trading books. Here we go. We're opening up with My Sister's Grave. Ay ay ay! My Sister's Grave. Rachel read My Sister's Grave, author Robert Dugoni. Oh, you just did your reading wrap-up on this. I just put that...
Well, yeah, I just said I read it.
Right,
yeah.
in the wrap-up. I was like, why does this look familiar? I was like, because I just edited that video. And then I had to look up this guy, Dugoni. I just like the last name.
His last name is good. I think I pronounce it differently every single time.
Rachel was tired when she filled this out because we forgot the R on thriller. It was a thrill.
It was a thrilly.
It was a thrilly.
It was a thrilly.
4 stars.
So I got this as, so if you have Prime, the first of the month, of every month, you get a choice of a free book. And sometimes a bonus short story as well. So I always make sure, and you get the email updates, and so I always make sure I look at that because who doesn't love a free book? So this was one of the free Kindle books that I picked.
Okay, so it's a free Kindle. Do they do the same with audio? Because I feel like I can just find free audios all the time.
Not that I think with Audible you have to pay every time, or if you have the membership. But,
okay, got it. All right, so Kindle, first of the month. Check your emails, guys, because you can get a free book. And this is a 4-star book.
Mm-hmm. It's a series. From what I look, there are 12 of them right now. I don't know if I'm committed enough to, it was good.
They're all standalones in it?
It's all with the same character.
The main character?
Tracy. That's the name of the series. It's like the Tracy. I forget what her last name is. But she's a cop. So I think this was a thriller / cop drama. I think moving forward, they're probably a little bit more like cop drama-y mysteries.
Okay, so you get this free book, you're interested, and you start thinking what as you start reading this, which is, I don't know you to always I feel like this is the first time it's been a long time since you've had a cop thriller.
I didn't realize that's what it was when I picked it. And this was, I'm picking my TBRs now out of a bucket.
We saw the jump scare.
The jump scare.
Fabulous. So. TikTokers loved it and loved it so much I posted it again.
So I think that the description didn't make it sound like a cop drama. So when you start reading it, you realize, okay, this is about, it opens with, they have found Tracy's sister's grave, and she's been missing presumed dead for 10 years. So that's how the book opens.
Who's Dan? I'm reading your character list. Dan is your male main character.
Dan is.
Are these in order of who you likes?
I did. Well, I started changing things up, and I started adding hearts next to the ones I like the most. So,
okay.
Tracy was my favorite. Dan is a childhood friend who. This takes place in a small town in Washington, and Dan is a childhood friend who comes back and is a lawyer who helps her and becomes. I don't think I'm giving anything. Becomes the love interest.
Okay. I like that Edmund's character name has Yikes next to it.
Yeah.
And then
he's a scary booger.
Okay. And Kins, that's the name of the character, Kins.
Yes.
And it says partner. So that's Tracy's partner.
Her cop
partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in Seattle. She lives in Seattle now, and she's a homicide detective in Seattle. But she comes back to this tiny town because they find her sister's body after all these years. And part of the reason she became a cop was because she wanted to solve her sister's disappearance. Edmonds is the person who was convicted of her sister's murder.
The boogery guy.
The Yikes guy, yeah. But there's so many inconsistencies, and as she digs up more and more, she's convinced he did not do it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so Dan is the attorney who helps Edmund reopen the case to get a new trial.
So does this book get you hooked right away or take time to get into it?
No, I think it hooked me pretty right away because it opens with they're going up into the woods, digging up a grave or a shallow grave, and her sister's belt buckle's there's earrings there, she knows right, so it grabs you right away,
it's very descriptive.
Okay, yeah, okay, so now what, and I said in the review, I didn't think I would enjoy the courtroom. I would say probably a third of the book all takes place in this trial, to possibly reopen the case. And I didn't think I would enjoy that. And I did. It went really fast.
That's what you said. It was a great combination. This book is not what you expected. I didn't think I would enjoy the courtroom chapters, but you did. Mm-hmm. They were riveting. How so?
I felt like I couldn't read fast enough. What did he say? Okay, this is the question. What did he say? I wanted to.
Your adrenaline was going.
I wanted to, and it was one of those where I kept. Okay, I'm just going to read one more chapter. I'm just going to read one more chapter. One more chapter. And each chapter was the testimony of one person. So I wanted to, it was good.
It says the setting of rural Washington also added to the suspense. Is that what you get to color on your map or stick is Washington?
Yep.
I'm always so proud of you with the U.S. map because you really get U.S.
I didn't get a ton. I actually didn't get a ton last year, so my goal is to get
more than I did.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'm off to a good start so far.
You are doing a good start so far. Is the author made you feel Tracy's grief and guilt? She's guilty. She feels guilty because she couldn't solve the case initially.
No, because the night her sister disappeared, she was supposed to. They were driving home. She and her sister were both champion shooters.
Oh.
And she, after a shooting competition, like a state shooting competition, she and her sister were supposed to drive home. Like it was like an hour drive back to where they were from. And instead, Tracy's boyfriend picked her up and was like, we have dinner reservations, let's go to dinner. So she let her sister drive home by herself.
Oh.
And then she disappeared from there. So that's she feels incredible guilt that she should have gone with her sister.
But it still kept her being tough. You're like, I kept guessing until the reveal, and you did not see it coming. So
I didn't see it coming.
Which is unusual for you.
And then in hindsight, I was like, how did I not see this coming?
That is unusual.
Because I thought it was too obvious.
Oh, you overthought it.
I overthought it. I was like, this is obviously not the killer. Like, no, this is a bait and switch.
But isn't that a good writer for you to...
He got me.
Yes, he did get you, which is really unusual. Which makes me go, okay, you don't feel the need to read a cop drama, but he got you. Maybe you do need to read the next one and see if he gets you again.
We'll see.
Is he consistent in that?
I don't know.
That's what I would think.
Yeah, it was a definite gotcha.
Did you like his writing style?
Yeah, it was simple and straightforward.
And then, of course, we need to know your favorite and your least favorite characters.
My favorite character was Tracy, just because what she was feeling and what she was doing. Like, you could really relate to that. The idea of the whole, it's my fault that this happened. It's my fault that my family fell apart because of this. Like, this is all my fault.
So the writing of her character brought you into emotional investment.
Yeah, like you relate to that. And then my least favorite character was definitely Edmund.
I gotta know, because yikes is quite a descriptive word. I can interpret yikes in so many ways.
I'm gonna not go into too much detail here because I don't want to give too much away, but he is a very, very disturbed individual. Even though Tracy believes, even though he was convicted of her sister's killing, and Tracy and the attorney Dan believe that he didn't do it, he is a horrible person. Like, her interactions with him in jail, he is a horrible person. And I guess, trigger warning, there is some pretty graphic depiction of sexual assault in the book. And from what we could tell, like the father of the victim comes and talks to Dan. It's like, this is what this guy did to my daughter. And he went to jail for it. And then he got out.
I always wonder what motivates writers to write about this particular subject.
I think in this case, like, he was trying to make Edmund as unlikable as possible. To the point where it was almost like, well, who cares if he did or didn't? Let's say he is innocent of killing her sister. He's a horrible person who's done horrible things. Leave him in jail. Like, why does he need to get out?
Wow, that's some powerful writing.
That's how you really completely dislike him.
So, friends, Rachel's holding back on her 5 stars, which means 4 is the new 5.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about that. So this is actually really good.
It was good.
You need some more?
Yeah, and me too. I'll have hot coffee now too.
Regular one?
Yes, please.
Merci beaucoup. Je vous en prie.
Does he say you're welcome?
You're
very
welcome.
much? So obviously,
sorry.
the main theme of this book is to solve the crime.
Yes,
And well, let's read some of these quotes. It's time for quotes. Actually, these quotes, some of them are pretty hilarious, and so I want to know if the context is funny or snarky. It could be cruel hope. Like that's not one that I thought that may be crazy.
Hope is cruel.
The young woman behind the counter has a nose ring, a stud piercing, her lower lip, and the service skill of a government employee 1 week from retirement. I didn't pre-read to read this, correctly, but we don't like the person who's serving us.
No, the barista is working on her own time.
This next one I like. I had to reread it 3 times. He was scowling like he received Botox injections while constipated.
So
the
good.
visual. See, that's what I mean. Coffee? No thanks. I'm trying to cut back. I thought coffee was a prerequisite for being a cop. That's donuts. What do authors eat? Each other. Like, brilliant.
Yeah.
Do authors eat each other?
I don't know. Possibly.
Like, I have never seen 2 authors interact before.
I have, but they weren't aggressive. They seemed to like each other a lot. So,
were they of the same genre competitively, or did they write different genres? Authors do
I
like
would say
each other?
similar genres.
Or do you eat each other?
I would say they were both
interesting.
Yeah, romance writers.
Okay. Anything that you wish was done differently in this story? Or rewrite a part? Would you do either?
No. I think it was well done. I think it was good the way it is.
I mean,
I'm just stingy with my 4 stars right now. I mean, with my
your
5
stars.
Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, obviously you really enjoyed the story. And you haven't read many cop dramas, and the ones that maybe you have, the only one I can think of is the Holly Jackson series. I felt that was kind of cop drama-y, but it's more teeny bopper.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know if you count like the Janet Ivanovich, like the, one for the money, 2 for like that whole series. Like, well, she's a bounty hunter, so it's a little. But I don't know. I don't classify that as a cop drama. I classify that as silly.
Okay,
because it's silly.
Got it. So, are you going to recommend this book, and why?
I would, if you like, procedure, like a procedural drama. I think this is good. If you like a thriller with a little bit of a twist, I think this is good. And if you're looking for a series,
well, clearly we got 12.
You've got 12. So I can't say what the other 11 are like, but if they're like this, then.
Which brings me to the next question. If we've got a series of books, there's potential for a series on television, unless you're like, no, this is not.
No.
What is the criteria for you to make it onto the screen or the stage?
Something that's new. Like, I don't think this is like, this could be a Law and Order 4-part arc, like I don't,
I do.
I don't think it's anything new. I'm not faulting that. I'm not criticizing. I just don't think there's a
right. What's going to grab you?
Yeah.
What's going to grab you? Yeah. And you're right. It's what's the need? What are people wanting these days? If a character from this book attempted performance art, it's a weird ass question, guys. If a character from this book, Tracy, Dan, Ray, Edmund, or Kins, were to attempt performance art, what would their piece be? Like the name of the piece, like what would they do, and how would the audience react?
Dan would have a circus act with his 2 dogs, jumping over things and catching frisbees and all of that. And it would be called a lawyer and his best friends.
And the audience love it or they hate it?
They would be, what the heck am I watching? That's what they would be.
I love it. Now you know there's dogs in it. I
Yep.
love that so much.
Yep.
And now we shall move on. Are we going to go every other?
We can go every other. Yeah,
All
that
right,
way we
yay.
go. Okay. So I have Alien vs. Predator by Michael Robbins. This is a physical book. The genre is poetry, and the publisher is Penguin Press. So I'm not going to lie. I see this title, Alien vs. Predator, and obviously like the scary movie, but this is 55 poems. So can you...
I know. It was the cover that grabbed me. I was like, yes, this is going to be poetry about aliens and predators and aliens and versing predators. Like, I was in it for the sci-fi of it all. And then I was like, oh, this is nothing like that. And I probably should have put that in my wrap-up. That's why I was disappointed because...
Okay. Yeah, I see you only gave it 3
Yeah.
cups of coffee, but you also say here elevator music. What is that?
So that's my rating system. 3 cups of coffee is equal to elevator music. So it's like you're there and you're just like, dun, 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 dun,
Okay.
dun, 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 dun. Like you're enjoying it, but you're not like ecstatic about it. You're just trying to get to the destination, which is the end of this poetry book. It is a lot of spoken word. It's very modern. At some points in time, I was performing these poems like rap songs because if you've ever been to Poetry Slam, this is a great book for a slam.
Okay.
It's grit.
Yeah, you say that it's a collision between high culture and lowbrow grit.
It's grit.
And it references the Real Housewives?
Yes. Yes. It's just, it's everything. It's grit of the now.
You say that the voice is like a slacker genius. He sounds like a guy who has read every philosophy book in the library, but prefers to spend his time in a dive bar watching action movies.
Yeah, for sure. Like, even when you look at the author, his picture, he gives you, I would call that grunge.
Okay.
I would actually, if I now, reflecting back, it's very much, I feel like this could be a grunge soundtrack.
I'm sorry, I'm hung up on your first quote.
Yeah, go.
I bit my penis off at 3.
Okay, so now you know what we're working with. Now you know what we're working with. It's grit and grunge, my friend. Grit and grunge. I feel like it's sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Okay.
It's a lot.
So why the title?
I don't know. If I had to take a guess of why the book...
it looks like there is a poem that's
yes,
called
but
Alien.
it is nothing to do with aliens or predators unless you want to look at it from the humans. We are the aliens and the predators. That's how I interpreted it at this point. It's a great poem. It was probably my favorite one of the whole thing because you can still translate it into sci-fi, but the deeper meaning of it, it's us. It's humanities. We're alien to each other and we're predator to one another.
Okay.
And we do things that you're like, what? And then we do those things not just to ourselves, but to one another.
Okay.
Deep stuff,
Yeah,
man.
I can't, because I can't get past the movie.
Right.
I mean, I think that title is so ingrained in our culture. Like, I don't think I've ever actually seen Alien or Predator. I mean, I know. I rode the Great Movie Ride, so I have an idea of what Alien's like. Sigourney Weaver freaking out. But, so when I see Alien versus Predator, that's all I can't get past that in my mind.
So, AVP and AVPR, Alien versus Predator Resurrection, those are actually 2 of my favorites because I think that it shows exactly what I think he meant this title to be.
Okay.
Which is all of the things, how you could work together, but we just choose not to.
Okay.
As humans. And there's some political touches in here as well. It's a lot.
Well, you say in your review that it's a polarizing book.
the polarization, if you look at the author's note, like the author is from Topeka, Kansas. He grows up in the middle of shit nowhere with nothing to do. And then what does he wind up doing?
Getting his PhD in English from the University of Chicago.
Right. So, I mean, you're already right. To me, that's just the first iteration of polarized.
What do you, like, put all of the poems together? What do you think, like, the big idea or the big theme of the entire collection was?
I think it's an opera of humanity. But it's from his point of view and perspective of the world based on his experiences. It's his opera.
Okay.
It's his opera. It's the author's opera.
Yeah, you say in here there's a deep sense of alienation.
I just don't know if this dude has friends.
Oh.
I just feel like every turn, there was never a moment of a relationship that actually worked.
Oh, that's sad.
Right. Never did it, I mean, him actually, or whatever person he's speaking about. I only assume it's him. I mean, if I wrote poetry, I'd write about myself and my life or my experiences. But I don't see any relationships going. It's like one person walking through a post-apocalyptic world, or if somebody came back in time and was like, what the hell is going on here? Every turn and corner, a Star Trek Back to Earth episode.
Okay. Well, let me ask this. Do you feel this would be better as a book of poetry or a recorded performance of spoken word poetry?
The second for sure, a recorded performance of spoken word poetry, but I also would need some visual graphics with that because I feel like there's a lot of movement.
Okay.
In the poetry. It definitely flows. And you can feel all the rhythms when you're reading this particular one. I do another poetry book later. There's like, you don't feel that power. There's power in this one.
Okay.
But I also want a visualizer, with it.
What could the author have done in putting together this collection? What could he have done to earn a couple more coffee cups from you?
I would have needed a better description of what I was getting into. There wasn't really much to go on. There's not anything on the back other than maybe a couple reviews. In the front, there's no like massive author's note for me to really grab into what we're about to encounter.
Okay. And I saw you pick this up at Back in the Day Books in Dunedin. Is that when we were out?
This one, Danny and I went over that way one day. We went to Vescalini's and then walked over to the bookstore, and she picked up a couple awesome books, and then I saw that one and I was like, all right.
Okay.
And it was in the sci-fi section, by the way. It was not in the poetry section. So the book owner, or not owner, but whoever shelved it, it was misshelved. Because I don't go to poetry sections and seek out the poetry book. They always just kind of fall into my hand.
Yeah, I feel like the past couple months you've been reading a lot of
poetry. Yeah, and it hasn't stopped.
Okay.
It hasn't stopped. But they just fall into my hands.
Have you read any other or seen any other or listened to any other?
No, I know nothing about this fella, and it's unknown.
So what are your feelings? I'm not even going to call that cover art. What are your feelings on the cover design?
It was genius because it made you pick it up because it references pop culture. I mean, I would say probably a lot in this book does reference pop culture. I mean, they reference Housewives. We talk about Hardee's. There's musical references. So I really feel maybe that was pop culture forward.
Okay.
But it's deceiving. Never judge a book by its cover.
Oh,
that's my lesson
gosh.
learned.
There you go.
I judged it, guys. It's genius. It's simple and effective.
Would you pick up another collection of poetry?
By this author?
Yes.
No, because the subject matter for me is a little heavy.
Okay.
It gets raw and it gets deep. And I know that you're all going to be like, wait a minute. When we get to my other book, Queer Little Nightmares, you're going to be like, wait a minute. You can't handle this, but you can handle that. There's definitely a difference. This is so real. This is like real life. that he writes about.
Okay.
And sometimes I want to stay in my little bubble and I don't want to know that this is what happens in the world. Like,
So
biting off your penis.
Yeah, you lost me at that one.
Oh,
so.
you didn't even get to the rest of the quotes.
Well, I read the rest of them, but like
yeah.
I got there and I was like, yeah, this isn't for me.
I mean, that would be like the trigger warning right there.
Yeah.
Sodomy, blah, blah, blah. But it's written in, this is for reals. It's not magical realism or anything. It's
Yeah.
life.
So, who would you recommend this to?
I would recommend this to anybody who likes performance poetry, who likes to practice performance poetry, get authors' permission to actually take this to an open mic or a slam, because there is strong meter. Like, I can't stress that part enough. I think that this is perfect for that. And I'm going to go old school beatnik, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, you see it. It's on the stage. It's under the red light. It's in a smoky room underneath the bar or the coffee house. This has all those vibes about it. But you really have to be into that genre. You really do.
So, since we've referenced The Real Housewives, and I have 2 weird-ass questions for you.
Sure.
If this book was written as a terrible reality TV show,
Oh, boy.
what would the premise be?
I feel like the premise would be that it would be throwing into a wrestling arena the Kardashians versus the Housewives.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's so good.
That's where it is. It's where it lands.
Okay. So, last question. If this book had a smell,
Oh, boy.
what would it be?
Oh, God. New York City street sewers in the back alley.
Piss
That's
and pot.
horrible.
Piss and pot.
There it is. Piss and pot.
Sorry, that's what I always
That's
think
what you
of when-
call it.
Yeah.
I like it. You need to get a shirt on it.
Piss and pot, yeah. Do you want me to, why don't we go ahead and stick with you and then we'll switch over to me? Do you want to do this one?
Yeah, we could do that one fast because that one's another cute, fast one.
Okay. Well, you've read a couple of these now. So this is the Xenophobes Guide to Norwegians. The author is Dan Ellaway. It was a physical book, humor/history. The publisher is Xenophobes Guide. I have Xenophobes Guide to Scotland. I need to read that this year. And your favorite character is the regular Norwegian. You gave it 4 coffee cups.
It's the recycler Norwegian.
Oh, the recycler.
I probably I don't know how to spell, or
No,
I don't know cursive very well.
No, now that I look at it, it says recycle.
It's the recycler Norwegian. There's no favorite character in the previous book, but this one had one. It was almost famous. It was so good.
Okay. So why'd you pick it up?
Well, first of all, letter X on the alphabet challenge.
Okay.
The only reason I'm in this series, at least that was initial.
Okay.
But then after reading the Xenophobes Guide to the Americans, and it was so funny, and each book is written by a different author, and each author gives you an author's note that's just as ridiculous as the book. So yeah, I picked it up for my alphabet challenge. Yay, letter X.
I'm stuck on the facts.
Go.
Paid to procreate?
They are. Their government pays them to have babies because did you know the Norwegians are a dying race? Fact in the book. All these books are fact checked, by the way, not by me, but by whoever publishes them, which is themselves. So go with that. Yes, but they get paid to have babies because the Norwegians are dying.
Norwegians define themselves simply as not Sweden.
Yes, that's it. If you ask a Norwegian, what are you? They go, not Swedish, not Sweden.
There is a suppressed Viking in every Norwegian.
I should give you this one. You'd love it. This one's a good one.
If you stay in the office after 4 p.m., you are not viewed as a dedicated employee, rather a bad parent.
They are like on the dot TikTok with their time. And they will literally tell you, if you don't leave, you're a terrible parent because you need to go home, get your child from school, and go be a parent.
They take recycling very serious. carry plastic all around the world to do it properly?
So they tell you a story of this one Norwegian, which is why I love the Norwegian recycler.
Okay.
He had a plastic bottle. And if Norwegians, like when they're in the Americas, the Norwegian one was funnier than the American one.
Okay.
The American one's funny because we're American. But this Norwegian is like, all right, he would only just get cups in like a mug so he could go wash the mug.
Yeah.
Or aluminum, because we know how to recycle aluminum really well. But Norwegians take recycling to the next level in their country, period. They are the #1 world recyclers. They can recycle stuff into stuff and stuff again where they don't have landfills because they are master recyclers. So because this Norwegian is like, and all Norwegians will do this, they don't believe we can recycle plastic or that we even do it at all correctly.
Okay.
Or it's a lie, because some people have said when you put it in the recycle bin, it still gets dumped in the same landfill. They will keep their crushed plastic bottles and a separate luggage they'll check for all the recyclables they got from America to recycle them in Norway. Because only they can be the master recycler and do it properly, or this will weigh heavy on their conscience. So
my
they
gosh.
will bring extra duffel, fill it up with the recyclables, and check that freaking bag. Amazing, right? What I loved about this book is it had quotes already quoted for you on every page in bold. So you didn't have to like search for quotes. They're already there.
So the gentleman who wrote this, Dan
Yes,
Ellaway,
Dan.
he's not Norwegian.
No,
Okay.
no.
So this is like an outsider
Point of view.
looking in.
Yes.
Okay.
Dan wrote this fabulously. His author's note is even better.
So the elderly retire in Spain.
Yeah, so that's their retirement. So their elderly retire in Spain as much as they want them to stay. It's an interesting how they just kind of ship them to Norway and Spain. They have a little village. So there's not that many Norwegians, hence why the government pays them to procreate. So their elderly are just shipped to what I imagine how this picture was painted as the Norwegian retirement village in Spain.
Okay. Got it. And they don't have middle names. It's illegal to give a kid a bad name.
Yes. If you give your kid a bad name like Bob, then you go to jail and you have to pay a fine, and then you have to like rename your kid. But
Oh my.
it needs to be like, Sven. So I don't even know if that's Norwegian, but that's
Probably
what I got.
Swedish. No. Okay, so in theory, Frozen takes place in quote unquote Norway,
Right.
And Sven is the reindeer's name.
Correct.
So I feel like Sven is.
That's the only one I have.
Yeah, I
friends.
like that.
I haven't been to Norway yet, and there it is. But I needed to learn about the Norwegians. It was amazing.
So real quick, you've got the Jante Law. It's a major theme. This is the unwritten social rule that you are not to think you are anyone special.
Oh, yeah.
Ellaway explores how this creates a society that is deeply egalitarian, but also intensely private and allergic to bragging.
You're not above each other. You're all equal. They don't believe that anybody is above anybody. That's why they don't let outsiders really or like them into their country, because we're pompous assholes, the rest of the human race.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe the Norwegians are the oldest race on the planet, and that's why they're dying out. I mean, if Vikings came from there. Now, guys, let's just be clear. Vikings, they're Norwegians. They're not like their own thing. They're just a group of Norwegians that went around like fighting. They're not
like Danish or Vikings too.
Right.
The Danes are.
Right. So don't think that Viking means Norwegian.
I watch Ghosts.
Thank you. So do I. Yes. 100%. 100%. But these, and you know what? They're not too far off. The only difference is that they are happy in their house with all they need is an espresso maker and a fishing rod. Everything is pretty clean cut over there. Like it's simple. We're equals. We're good parents. We put in our time at work. We clock out, Then we go take the kids fishing. We cook our fish, and in the morning we make espresso and do it all over again.
All right.
And we recycle.
And we live outside, like definitely big outside activity community, right? Like,
yes, because when they get off of work and the kids come home from school, then they all go snowshoeing, or they all go, like, they paint a picture in this book of all of them on parade doing cross-country skiing. And that's what I saw. Like, the whole family's in line, you know? Doot, doot, doot. That's my height.
So what's the most powerful thing that you took away? I mean, I know this is a silly book, but what was the most, like, the thing that, let's go with the most memorable thing that you took away from this book?
The recycling is definitely. And then they mentioned something about brown stinky cheese. I am not ever going to want to try this. I think I say something at the end of my wrap up on it. My verdict is, they're obsessed with this brown stinky cheese. I don't want to know about it.
Brunst. I had this in,
okay, tell me.
In Amsterdam.
That author's description
summer.
made it sound horrific.
It was just a strong cheese.
Okay.
That's what we took a food tour, a walking food tour, and we went to a cheese shop and we tried a bunch of different cheeses, and that was one of them. And it was just a strong
the author
cheese.
made me think a cod farted on cheese and that this is what I was eating, and then they cooked it.
Yeah, no. It wasn't it's not like I would go searching for it. It was a very strong cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, we had it this summer.
Good, now I know somebody who ate this weird thing.
Yes. Yes. So, would you recommend this book and why?
100% definitely. It's very informative with humor. If you want to learn history and culture, but humorously, this is what these should be the history books in the classroom. That is the assigned reading.
And it's like, because it's fun learning.
So fun. And it's a fast read.
I'm like thinking of a crazy question. If aliens found this book as their only record of humanity, what would they assume about us?
What would they assume about the Norwegians?
Yes, the Norwegians. What would they assume about the Norwegians?
So, there's a race of aliens known as the tall whites. And they... Rachel's like, oh shoot, I just opened up a can of worms. And the tall whites are actually, they say the Norwegians are descendants from the tall whites alien race. That's not mentioned in this book at all because I don't think it can be fact checked.
Okay.
But I think they would be, I think that the aliens would pick this up and they would be like, God damn it. We knew that they couldn't survive here. Now they have to pay them to have babies. They couldn't, those freaking tall whites couldn't make it work. They
freaking
failed.
tall whites. So I'm going to start calling Tom.
The tall white.
Tall white.
So there's your knowledge.
Okay.
We're bouncing over to Rachel's book. Now, I had so many thoughts about this one because the cover of it reminds me of something from elementary school, like a manual. Yeah. It looks like a manual to a computer from back in the day.
I can see that.
The Long Island Compromise by Taffy, Brodesser-Akner. Okay.
Akner.
Taffy, Brodesser-Akner. You audiobooked this.
I did.
Ooh, okay. So how do we feel about the narrator? You know, I always gotta know.
Oh, narrator was great.
Okay, we got 4 stars. Narrator's great. And
this is the book that David Sedaris recommended on his last book tour. So that's why
And was it everything he said it was going to be?
If you are a fan of David Sedaris, you are going to like this book.
Okay.
It's wild.
Why? Like, all right, give us a 60-second summary.
In the 1980s, there's this, so it takes place on Long Island in a very insular Jewish community. A family owns a polystyrene factory. The father is kidnapped and ransomed. It's very traumatic for the family. He ends up coming back unharmed. The family has 3 children, one who's born after the father returns from being kidnapped. And it's the story it's told in 3 parts from each kid's point of view and how this whole event of him being, the father being kidnapped affects their lives and the aftermath of it.
She's smirking so hard, guys. Is it the same narrator for all three?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to know.
It has a very Long Island accent.
Oh my goodness, I love it already. See, I wasn't too far off the 80s. You list the characters. Carl, Ruth, Nathan got 3 like sparkle stars. Beamer, Jenny, Phyllis, Ike, and Arthur. Why do you love Nathan so much?
Because he's so paranoid about everything. I mean...
You like a quirky kid, don't you?
Yeah. And he wants to be so amazing, and he's just so on the struggle bus.
Oh no.
Yeah. I just really loved him. I felt for him, like he was trying so hard.
So do you get into this right away? You start listening to it. The person's talking.
It starts right away with it almost reads like a news, because this actually happened. Not the 3 kids, but it was a friend of the author. This happened to his father in Long Island. The father owned a factory. He was kidnapped.
The factory's on fire in this little drawn picture here.
Yes.
On the cover. Okay.
And so, so she took that idea of this dad who owned a factory who was kidnapped, and like horrible, like, oh, we're cutting off his ear, we're cutting off his fingers, all of this, you got to leave $250,000 at Newark Airport, like, or was it JFK? I don't remember. And then the dad comes back unharmed, like a big FBI investigation. So she took that, and that's like the first, listening to it, that's probably the first hour of the audio is this whole story. And setting up how the family reacts to it, who's in the family, all of that.
So, people, let's be clear. This is a fictional novel that was inspired by true story.
A true event.
What
comes after, like, the first hour
is nonsense.
Is nonsense.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a good nonsense.
But in the best way possible.
I see, that's what you said. Yeah. It's wonderfully dysfunctional.
Yes.
In all of the best and worst ways.
Because it goes right from this kidnapping to, there's 3 kids, Nathan, Beamer, and Jenny. That Nathan's the oldest, Beamer's the middle, Jenny's the youngest.
Got it.
You go right into Beamer. Like, you go right into his current life, and it's insane. He's a screenwriter, lives out in Hollywood. Like, I'm listening to this going, okay, this is why David Sedaris recommended it.
Her eyes got really wide.
Like,
guys. Wow.
It's the absurdity of it
all.
all.
I love that word. Okay, I'm in. I'm in for the absurd. So I was wondering, what's my next audio going to be after the 2 I'm in? It's probably going to be this one.
I thought the narrator was great, and the story, you're just like, literally, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding. You've got to be kidding me.
So is there even a character you didn't like? Is there one that you like really didn't like?
I kind of wanted to punch Beamer most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just found him to be like a whiny
middle child syndrome
bitch. That's a terror. I shouldn't even say that. Please don't say that. But, like, I just wanted to smack him.
Yeah, but that's good because that's good writing. I mean, we already know David Sedaris is an amazing author, and then for him to recommend Taffy's book, and then you're, again, so emotionally invested. We got 4 stars, and now you want to smack this little Beamer bitch.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, this is what writing should do. It should set a fire in you, or make you cry, or throw the book across the room.
I'm driving or walking listening to this, and the expression on my face must be like one of...
So what's your favorite scene in all of this? Is there a favorite scene? There has to be, in all this nonsense and crazy.
I'm thinking really hard. Oh, I think one of the most outrageous... I mean, Beamer's stuff is really outrageous because there's, like, sex workers and like, laying face down on dirty hotel room floors. Like, that's a whole, like, wild. But probably my favorite is when Nathan meets with his money manager, who he's given like $20 million to invest. And the reader clearly sees that this guy has taken off with his money and he's not getting it back. But the guy is sitting there because he's training for an ultra triathlon, and his doctors told him he can't drink water. No water, because water, so he's just spilling out to Nathan all these ridiculous things that his quote unquote doctor has told him. He can only eat kangaroo.
What?
And he can't drink water. And then the next thing you know, his body has gone into toxic shock because he has no water anywhere in his system. It's
absurdity
sitting at this fancy restaurant that only it's the only restaurant in the area that serves kangaroo, and he has to meet
still trying to process this on Long Island.
Nathan's just trying to get his money. He's just trying to get his money. I've given you $20 million to invest. You said I just need some of that money back, and the guy is yeah.
Wow.
It's wild.
As if the absurdity wasn't enough for you to want to pick this up and listen to it, to find out who is serving kangaroo on Long Island. To me, I'm just thinking, how do you even get that imported? Is that even, can you?
I guess so. I don't know.
According to this book, but it's fiction.
I don't know. It was.
Oh my gosh.
It was wild in all the best ways.
So I'm going to read the first and the last quotes that you wrote.
Oh, okay.
Because I liked both of those a lot. There has never been in the history of all human interaction a way for a woman to explain effectively that she's calm when a man suggested she isn't. Amen.
Yep.
Amen. I can only imagine, right now, I just see it happening, and I don't even know this book. And then the other one, they were speechless. They kept saying speechless, and yet for all their speechlessness, none of them could stop talking about it. Oh, that tells you all the tea and the shade.
It's excellent. Just so excellent.
So then what is the main theme of the big idea? Because I feel like
chaos.
Contemporary fiction, but this sounds like humor. Chaos is the main idea.
Chaos. It is. I guess family, if you had to go deep, but I can't even get that deep on this one. This is just pure chaos.
I love a pure chaos. Would you do anything different? Would you rewrite anything?
Okay, this is probably the reason it only got 4 stars.
Okay, I'm ready.
And this is just me. The sex stuff with Beamer was a little over the top for me.
Okay.
It was just a little too ugh.
Ew, ugh. But that makes you not like him even more. Wait, was he a sex filmographer?
No.
He didn't do, okay.
No.
I got all that wrong, guys, sex filmographer. But that's now a new title in Hollywood.
Yeah, so that's probably the only, I could have done without them, yeah.
Have you read anything from this author before?
My sister-in-law has read her other book, and loved it, so I might.
Is this a contemporary fiction writer?
Yes.
Okay. With twisted humor?
Yes.
In all the books?
Yes.
So we know. All right, we like that. We like that a lot. Are you recommending the book?
Oh, 100%.
Of course you are. I knew you would.
It's just so ridiculous.
So who is the target audience for this?
Someone who appreciates a funny, good book. Someone who loves David Sedaris and that type of humor. I think that's what you're looking for in this one.
Got it. And we're going to say we are going to make this into a movie or a television show. And Nathan and Beamer,
so
I want to know. No way.
No, it was optioned, but it was dropped.
Who dropped it?
I forget. I looked it up because I thought the same thing. I'm like, this would make an amazing
missed opportunity,
HBO series.
Missed opportunity. Who are you casting as Nathan, the quirky little, I need a hug boy?
Because he's on my mind. Paul Giamatti. He's the bad guy in the first 2 episodes in Star Trek, Starfleet Academy.
Okay. Yes.
Him.
Got it. And who's Beamer?
Oh, somebody slimy.
Ooh, good word. Slimy actor. Slimy young actor.
No, I need a 40-something.
Oh.
Yeah, these are not young people.
Okay, they're already adult children.
Yeah, it skips,
Got it. But you love to hate Beamer so much, so who's the slime ball going to be?
Shia LaBeouf.
There we go. Perfect. I like it. He's the sex filmographer.
Yeah.
But not in this book.
You know who would play him really well is Kieran Culkin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Kieran Culkin.
For sure.
Because he's such a good actor. He would kill that role.
There you go.
Yeah.
Kieran, are you listening? Because I feel like you could get this option just so you can play that role. So I'll make sure that I mention him in this and be like, hey, did you know, bro? This could be you. We want to see this happen. I agree. And aren't they Long Islanders already too, that family? I'm pretty sure they're New Yorker Long Islanders. Oh my stars. So you're going to read more from the author?
Probably. I could see myself grabbing her other book for sure.
What's the reader going to find in these pages that they really didn't expect?
I did not expect it to be absurd, to be as absurd as it was. It is absurdist humor. That's the best I can say. I was expecting just a kind of a story. I wasn't, which is dumb. David Sedaris recommended it. Rachel, what did you think you were going to get? So that's my fault for going into this with the wrong idea. I clearly was
judging a book by its cover. This is the theme of today, but that won't be the title of this episode. Miss Taffy. I don't know how your brain works, but you've got Rachel all twisted up and in a good way. All right, I think this one needs the series of rapid fire, quick fire chaos to end this episode. The Long Island Compromise. Here we go. If this book had a smell, what would it be?
burnt rubber.
Okay, I'm just going to leave it at
It
that.
has to do with the factory.
Okay, who in this book is definitely 2 raccoons in a trench coat?
Beamer.
If the villain had therapy, would they still be the villain? Who's the villain?
I don't really know if there is a villain other than the family.
Okay, great.
The idea of
So let's go with that. If the family had therapy, would they make it out?
They would never go to therapy. They would never go to therapy, ever.
Oh my goodness, which character is getting so scammed by the internet?
Nathan. The brother.
Oh,
the sweet
our
brother.
poor little sweet brother. If you had a fist fight one character in the Walmart parking lot at 3 a.m.
Beamer. I want to throat punch him.
She said that with a lot of conviction. It's kind of scary. How did the book end, or can you not tell us?
I mean, you get a definite ending.
So does it end in chaos?
I would say controlled chaos.
Okay.
Yes.
So this ends in controlled chaos.
Yes.
What's the most chaotic way it could end, and then what is the most normal way it could have ended?
I think it ended as normally as it could.
Okay.
You get an answer for where every family member is at the end of the book. This is where, and it makes sense where everybody
Okay,
ends
so
up.
it sounds like it does have a normal ending.
It has a normal ending.
So what's the most chaotic ending this book would have?
Gosh, I mean, the whole book is chaos. The family keeps going like they're going. Beamer's still doing drugs and hiring dominatrixes out in LA. Nathan's still trying to find money from the kangaroo guy. And Jenny is still working for the union at Harvard, even though she hasn't been at Harvard in 20 years.
And if you could add a completely unnecessary dragon to the story, where would you put it?
Unnecessary what?
Dragon. If you could put an unnecessary dragon in this book, where's it going?
You stumped me there. I'm going to put a dragon in the book.
It's completely unnecessary, but I feel like
Beamer buys a dragon with his really only successful film screenplay, there we go, that he writes, and he decides that he needs a dragon because that's cool. So he goes out and spends way too much money on a dragon as well as drugs that make him think he can ride the dragon. There you go.
Guys, Rachel says this is the one. Pick it up.
It's good. It's good. So, just because we're running out of time, tell me, what are you currently, what's up next? What are you reading? What's going on?
I'm in the middle of audiobooks, the Dracula,
Right.
which Tim Curry and the All-Star cast, everybody's doing this voluntarily for book club. So try your best. If we hit it, we hit it. If not, we save it for a discussion later. And then I'm also in the middle of Rabbi Slept In Late on Friday. That's also free on Audible, and it's one of my favorite narrators. Just pick it up. It's slow to get into, but now I'm into it. And it's short. That one's only like 7 hours.
Oh, okay.
So it actually goes pretty well. I read a poetry book. We'll talk about that. And then, which was unexpected, I picked it up at the Gilded Page.
Okay.
And again, it wasn't even in a poetry section. And then I have Spock's Little Book of Mindfulness. Wild already. It's not what I thought. Picked that up at the Smithsonian. And then my TBR list after that's pretty stacked. So how about you, Rachel? What's coming up?
I am currently listening to Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince in my quest to reread all of the Harry Potters. I'm hoping to finally accomplish that. I've only been working on it for 2 years. And then I DNF'd last night. Margot's got money problems. I decided no thank you and put that in the truck. And then I decided to pick up Lost. It is a nonfiction about 3 conspiracy theories as far as what happened to Amelia Earhart.
Ooh.
And that is an arc.
Ooh.
So it's put out by National Geographic. So I just started that one last night, and so far it's pretty interesting. The fact that there's 3, she's actually, the author is there, like in the atolls where they think she might have gone down. So I'm interested because she said it's 3 separate theories that she's going to follow. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm very curious. Can't wait to hear where this adventure goes. Miss Indiana Jones's.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what I think. We're going to trade our books back.
Okay.
And that's the ink, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
That's a wrap. Time to close the book on today's episode. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Kasie. If you had fun, hit the like, follow, and subscribe. Make sure you click on the bell icon.
You can also email us at spilledinkinkcoffeeshow@gmail.com. Send us your questions, tell us what you're reading, or share what we should dive into.
Until next time, keep your coffee hot
And your pages turning.
Bye, guys.